Yeah, what's up?
Not much. So everybody, this is Lieutenant. Are you Lieutenant?
No, Major.
Oh, Major, excuse me. This is
Yeah.
Major Hayden Gator Fullam. How you doing today?
Yeah, doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So, if anybody has questions for him, I'll make sure to share it with you guys at the end. So everybody, I'm gonna answer some that I wrote down, and then you guys have the opportunity to ask him questions at the end. So, how did you get into aviation?
So through the Air Force. I'd done a little bit of general aviation flying when I was in college, going through ROTC and earning my degree. But by that point, by the time started doing any general aviation flying, I was already pretty well committed to joining the Air Force and flying in the Air Force. So I just did to kind of whet the appetite a little bit, if you will. But yeah, the Air Force is what granted me the opportunity to get into flying. Always had a flying bug growing up. I was always into airplanes and that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd never done any flying.
Oh, that's interesting. I've gotten into aviation since like 2009, I would say.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's awesome. Have you gotten to do any flying, any general aviation?
I I've flown in a little biplane with San Diego Sky Tours last year. It's like a
Oh, cool.
Stearman Pitts. Um, a question from historical underscore modeler: What made you choose the A-10 to fly?
Yeah, the A-10. I always had interest in the A-10, and just the fact that it's kind of a goofy one-off airplane, but really it was the mission, doing close air support, providing close air support for our men and women on the ground. That always appealed to me a lot more than like the air to air type stuff. So yeah, just the fact flying a super cool airplane, a really unique airplane, can carry virtually any weapon in the air to ground repertoire in the Air Force, and of course got that giant gun on the front of it. So yeah, it was the mission that drew me to the airplane.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How long have you been with the A-10 demo team?
So this is going into my second year. It's a 2-year assignment to be a part of the demonstration. So I'm going into my second year right now, and then after that, it'll just be back to an operational A-10 squadron.
Oh, nice, man. Do you have a favorite plane?
A favorite plane outside the A-10, I guess you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's military jets, the F-105 Thunder Chief. That's always been one of my favorites. My grandfather flew the F-105, so I've always had an affinity for that one.
Oh, nice, man. Um, my favorite plane, I like the T-6 Texan.
Yeah, T-6 is a fun airplane. It's a lot of fun. It's a great trainer.
Do you have any family that served in the military?
Yeah, I've got family that served. My like I said, my grandfather flew. Grandfather on my served in a brief time. He was drafted in the army and served during the Korean War. And then on my dad's side, yeah, that's where a lot of the Air Force heritage in the family comes from. He a career fighter pilot, joined basically just the Korean War and did a full career in the Air Force all the way into the mid 70s to post Vietnam. Flew a bunch of different fighter type aircraft. Spent his entire career as a fighter pilot. And the majority of that was in the F-105. So that's why I've always had an affinity for the F-105.
That's interesting. Very cool to know. And how many planes have you flown?
So on the general aviation side, I mean, nothing too exciting there. Cessna 172, 150, 152. I've flown a Citabria, a Super Decathlon, some of that stuff. And then in my military career, just the T6, T38, and the A-10. I've gotten the opportunity to get rides in some pretty awesome airplanes. I've flown the F-16 a couple times. I've gotten a backseat ride with the Thunderbirds, which was really exciting. I've flown in the backseat of two P-51 Mustangs, which is pretty amazing. Pretty life-changing flying a Mustang. I've ridden in a A-1 Sky Raider, which was really unique, really cool airplane. Um, what other cool stuff? Um, I rode with Kyle Fowler from Go Easy Aerobatics. I rode, and he let me fly his Long Easy, which is a really goofy, like cool, unique airplane. If you're familiar with the Long Easy, I got to fly that at Sun and Fun, which was a ton of fun. Yeah, so I've gotten to fly some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, as far as like my military career and flying in the military, it's just been the T6, the T-38 through pilot training, and then the A-10.
Nice, man. I think I've seen the easy thing or easy
Yeah,
plane
yeah, the Long Easy.
flyover.
He always calls it the backwards airplane. It's super cool. Yeah, it's really unique. Really unique airplane.
Yeah, I think I've seen it like fly over my house like a two-ship formation. And then
Could be.
I want to talk about I saw you fly over in the Super Bowl 53 flyover with Steve Hinton, the Viper demo team, F-22 demo team, and the F-35 demo team. That was really fun to get to see you.
Yeah. That was pretty unique. That was really cool. Pretty awesome formation to get the five of us together.
So what air or was it Edwards?
Yeah, we sure were. We're staged out of Los Alamitos, just to the south. Yeah, just to the south of LA there, and pretty close to the stadium. And then we kind of took for the flyover. We went west out of Los Alamitos over the Pacific, and then turned up the coast, and then we held over really like right where Malibu Beach is, and then for the run in for the flyover. We went right on the north side of LAX and then turned down to the south over the stadium, because the stadium just lies about 3 miles from LAX. One of the busiest airports in the U.S., one of the busiest airports in the world. So yeah, it was kind of hectic, kind of busy to get to the stadium from there.
Yeah, that's really a challenge. And next question is, do you have a favorite air show to go to?
I get this question a lot. I guess I need to come up with an answer for it one day. I've got a couple that I've always stuck out. We did Sun and Fun this year down at Lakeland, Florida, which is an unbelievable, air show, expo, fly-in, the whole deal. I mean, it's aviation, everything. It's, the air show is just part of it. And that was really exciting. That's one of the bigger air shows I've gotten to do, my short stint here. So that was super cool. I never went to that air show growing up. I always wanted to. A lot of fun. To fly in that one. And then we've done a lot of really, kind of smaller air shows where we're the headliner for it or something like that. And we always have a great time at a lot of those, like Burnet, Texas, and Dalhart, Texas. And some of these small shows are always a great time. So there's a lot of pros and cons to big air shows and small air shows. So I haven't quite figured out which one's my favorite yet. I've enjoyed a lot of the air shows we've done over the past year and a half.
Yeah, I would say mine is Planes of Fame, Chino.
Oh yeah, I hadn't made it out there yet. I was hoping I'd get to fly in that one of these days. But yeah, that's got to be an unbelievable show. All the cool stuff that Steve Hinton has got out there. It's got to be a great one.
Really great. And what was I gonna? There's a lot of road work going on there. Like if I'm going to an event, so it says it's still happening on the calendar. I don't know what like. If it's sorry. So how many days a week do you have to travel to air shows?
So a typical week, typical going to be Saturday, Sunday. That are the show days, and then we'll always do a practice on Friday prior to the show. So the typical week on a normal air show weekend for us, what it looks like is our maintenance team is going to leave, and by leave I mean leave Tucson, where we're based out of Davis-Monthan Air Force Base here in Tucson, Arizona. That's where I'm sitting right now. So the maintenance team will leave on Wednesday to get to wherever the show location is and be ready to catch the airplanes. On Thursday, me and whoever my safety pilot that's going to be traveling with me for that weekend, we'll take the 2 ship of A-10s. We'll depart Tucson and then go to the show site and get there a day prior to the practice. So we'll get there, get everything in place, everything taken care of, and then Friday is when we will do a practice for the air show. Saturday, Sunday will be our show days, and then on Monday we pack everything up and we come back home. So it's typically Thursday through Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, that becomes that's my new weekend.
Oh, nice, man. I've been wanting to travel a lot, but it's too crazy expensive right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it helps
especially
when you have your own
with
airplane places.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much. Now I'm gonna see if I can answer because I did invite, or I did, excuse me, see if anybody's in there or what.
Yeah, of course.
See if anybody's in there. Who's in here real quick? Matthew Photography. So does anybody have any questions? You guys can type it in the comments section or the little question icon for the video right
Yeah,
now.
I saw somebody just asked if we ever get tanker support to fly places nonstop. That's the perfect timing for this question. Usually, I don't get that much support just because those guys are so overtasked. But I do this weekend. I'm on my way to Canada, and we have a tanker dragging us up there, so that'd be pretty sweet. I don't have one bringing me home yet, so if anybody knows any tanker bros that want to give me some gas and let me fly home, that'd be super cool.
Nice. So I actually have a Model A-10 out in my garage right now. I can't pick it up. I mean, I could take a picture, but I'll just post it and probably show you.
Yeah.
It's the canopy's like open. It's not like down.
Oh, yeah.
So next question is, I'm an A-10 crew chief while also doing ROTC. Should I continue ROTC for a pilot slot or apply to my unit after college?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've gotten that a handful of times. Matter of fact, one of my safety observers on the team this year is a prior A-10 crew chief. And man, frankly, I was told I did ROTC through for my commissioning source and end up getting my pilot slot that way. If you are, the whether you're guard or reserve, whatever unit, or whether if you're happy with your unit, you want to stay there, and you got a great unit, man, it's hard to beat that deal. Especially if you think you got kind of your foot in the door and you can get hired there at your home unit, man. That'd be pretty awesome to be maintaining airplanes and then come back there flying them. So I'd say if you're happy in your location, I'd try and go back there.
Yeah, that's good advice. Anybody else? My mom
I saw
actually
somebody ask
asked
where I go to
this,
school.
and
oh yeah.
so I'd like to know, what was he like in elementary school? What does teachers think of him?
I don't know. I don't want to put anything in their mouth. I'd say they'd probably say I was a pretty easygoing kid. I was normally pretty well behaved, easygoing, got too much trouble in class. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they'd say about me now. Hopefully they'd be excited.
Yeah, my mom's
That I'm out doing what I do.
Sorry. Nice, man. Yeah, my mom's an elementary school teacher, so she asked that.
Hey, Jake Adams, he just joined right there. He's the one I was just talking about. Prior crew chief turned A-10 pilot. So there you go. The guy to ask those questions.
Oh, nice, man. Welcome to the stream, Jake.
Yeah.
Attack, man. How long we got? 15? Okay. Anybody got any more questions? I'm gonna see if oh, I almost removed you, sorry. Is Michael Goolian still in here? Because I wanted to talk about him. I just thinking right now. Yeah. I saw an A-10 demo team at Plains of Fame in 2018, but unfortunately I didn't see them perform because I had to leave early because of the heat. And I didn't go back Sunday because I was busy on that day. And really, I'm gonna talk about my podcast for a little bit, if that's cool with you.
Sure.
So this is I started this back in July of 2020, just because I was really bored during quarantine. And I just reached 2,000 listeners a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Or actually last year, months ago, my bad. Hi there, Gator. It's Jojo from El Centro. When you had your gear down to talk to the crowd, what were you saying when you calling me down?
I don't understand the question completely, but usually during the gear down pass at any of the air shows that I do, normally that's the opportunity. That it's not pre-recorded. A lot of people think it's pre-recorded. It's actually me talking from the cockpit. And that's usually where I take the opportunity to, thank the folks putting on the air show, thank the crowd for coming out, thanking folks for coming to see us, and that sort of thing. And if there's anything to commemorate that weekend or any special events going on, I try and give folks shout outs there. But for the most part, it's just saying thank you to everybody for coming out and supporting us.
That's wonderful, and thank you for doing what you do for the wonderful people here in this nation.
Yeah, appreciate that. It's a privilege.
And let's see if anybody else here. I'll show some. I think I got. Oh yeah, you can share screens with us too. Oh, where's the somebody? Wait, saying that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can share my. Oh, can you? Oh yeah, you can. But where is it? Oh, I showed my desk. My bad. Not really anything else. I'm looking forward to seeing you perform at many different air shows if I have time to go to them.
Hope you do get to see you on the road. Let's see. A couple people asking. So, what's the stall speed? Stall speed totally depends on how much the airplane weighs and what configuration. But gear down, flaps down, it'll fall out of the sky at about 100, right under 120 knots, about as slow as you can get it. Maybe 110.
One more. Also, can you eject from the A-10, or is that kind of a dumb question?
Yeah, we sure do. No, we have an ejection seat in the airplane. It's the ACES 2 ejection seat, so it's the same seat as in the F-16. I believe it's the same one in the F-15 as well. So it's kind of a tried and true seat. It's been around a long time. So we have an injection seat in the jet, and it's what's called a 0-0 capable seat. So that just means you're able to you can pull the handle at 0 feet altitude, 0 knots airspeed, and the seat will fully function. It'll give you a parachute over your head and float safely to the ground.
Nice. That's important for safety and surviving.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Top Gun Maverick yet?
Yeah, I did. I have seen.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
now, in my
I went
opinion,
and saw that when we were in. No, that's all right. Go ahead.
Well, in my opinion, I think the second one's better because there's more aircraft and there's more cinematography.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm old school at heart. I like the original. The second one's better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. And yeah, the all the videography and stuff of the flying scenes is pretty impressive. It's definitely a cool movie.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I went to a little private screening down at the theater near my house. It was something from my dad's
Cool
work or whatever. You know what? I don't want to have this word. And then somebody else said, what kind of flying? Oh wait. Sorry if the internet's acting up. Somebody said, what kind of legs does the A-10 have? What is the longest ferry you've done? Get hungry up there, LOL.
Yeah, so point to point without refueling or anything, about 1,000 miles. That's kind of a good rough number. About 3 hours of endurance is what that gets you as far as our fuel burn, and with max internal fuel, with no external tanks and no aero refueling. As soon as you add aero refueling into the mix, it's almost unlimited how far you can fly. The furthest I've done was 11 hours going from Misawa, Japan, all the way to. So yeah, and it took 11 hours to do that whole route, which was pretty brutal. So yes, you get extremely hungry. You got to pack your snacks for sure. So the highest G, so the jet is rated to 7.33 positive Gs. during the show, I pull it all the way up to the limit, all the way up to 7.33. And probably the average throughout the show for the majority of the maneuvers is anywhere from around five. Yeah, probably 4.5 to 5.5, somewhere in there is where I live most of the time during the demo. But yeah, I'll pull it all the way up to the aircraft limit, 7.33.
Dang, that's now with the Thunderbirds, they pull up to 9.2.
Yeah, so of course, yeah, the F-16 is a full up 9G capable aircraft. During their demo, they try not to go all the way to 9Gs, but yeah, they serve the capability to do that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Here, hold on, let me shut my door all the way. My bad. If anybody has any more questions, we just type it in and things like that.
Let's see what. Scroll back up. No, it doesn't let me scroll.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think I took my AirPod out and I think it froze. Oh, because these are wireless. If I was recording, you take them out, they stop.
Somebody said no. There's no fly-by-wire on the A-10. Nope, it's all just hydraulically boosted flight. Yeah, no flight control computer to keep you from overGing or doing anything silly. It's no fly-by-wire.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a true stick.
Yes. So, somebody said, where do we go to get demo team swag?
Yeah, so of course we sell it at all the air shows. If you look there's a big camouflage tent that matches our camouflage airplane that we always sell: hats, t-shirts, patches, coins, all that kind of stuff. And then if you reach out on Instagram, there's just at A-10 demo booster is on there as well, and there's a link to their website, and you can order things online too if you like, or reach out to them through Instagram.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Somebody said, what is his favorite part of air shows?
The best part is just is always the kids. Meeting folks and getting to fly for folks that never get to see any military aircraft, or especially get to see the A-10 or anything like that. That's always really exciting. But I always enjoy interacting with the kids and folks that are excited about aviation. I mean, I remember, as cheesy as it may sound, I remember being the little kid at the air show and getting all fired up about all the airplanes and especially the military jets and everything. So I always appreciate that and always get excited. Meeting kids and being able to take them out, show them the airplane, show them around a little bit, even if they have no idea what they're looking at. I always say my favorite kid to meet typically are the ones that look up and you can tell in their face, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I know I like it. So it's always fun to get them excited about airplanes, excited about aviation.
Yeah, that's me too. And I'm also an aviation photographer. I started last year in I think it was September, and I took photos of stunt planes, Mustangs, Blackhawks, Cessnas, Cerebra, or is it how do you say it? And more. Do you do that sometimes?
Sorry, you broke up there for a second. Say that again.
I'm also an aviation photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I took photos of Mustangs, P-51s, they're the same thing, and Cessnas, Blackhawks, etc. Is the internet kind of bugging out or what?
No, I got you now. What? So yeah, I heard you talking about taking photos and stuff. Cool.
Yeah, I can show you guys my camera right now if you want. Let me go get it. It's in this little bag right here. And here's what it looks like if you pull it out. The lens cap is currently on it right now. And this is the zoom in button. Or wait. Yeah, this is right here. Press this little, go this way, you can zoom. I think, yeah, you can zoom in, and then to the right, you can zoom out. And then this is the button you take the photo with. And then these are just little camera settings. You could try the scene one. The auto mode, I've tried it for like a couple months. It gets really blurry shots. And yeah, so Some of them are half zoom, some of them are full zoom, and yeah, it's a really good camera. I might upgrade it in the years to come.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank
That's how
you.
I know
So
a lot of folks get into aviation that way and going out and taking photos and stuff. That's super cool.
yeah, and if anybody has any more questions, might do 120. Okay, we can do it. So if anybody said another question from friendly underscore neighborhood underscore A10, what is the most challenging or hardest thing to do while flying the A10?
The mission set, it can be pretty difficult. Flying, like physically flying the airplane, keeping the airplane in the air is not. That's the easiest part of the job. The A-10 is a very stable airplane, very forgiving airplane, a fun airplane to fly. But once you start compounding the mission set on top of it, that's what makes it difficult. Being able to manage that task saturation all the time. To do that safely and effectively, that's the most difficult part. Actually, physically flying the airplane is not that tough.
Uh, that's yeah, that's I guess like good advice to know. So if anybody, I think we're gonna wrap it up. If anybody has any more questions, type them. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Brandon. It was a lot of fun. It's good chatting with you.
Hey, yeah, anytime, man. Can't wait to see you at some air shows.
Yeah. Be sure if you come to one of our shows, be sure to come find me. I'd love to meet you in person for sure and show you around the airplane a little bit.
All right, gotcha. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Bye.